Omar Ortiz Global. I am Omar Guzman Ortiz. I'm going to talk about the two different sides of Dubai. On the one hand, on the shiny hand, you have a beautiful city full of commerce, shops, beautiful skyscraping buildings, beaches. You have a fantastic nightlife as well as hotels. But the other side of Dubai is dealing with what you may as well call slave labor and also prostitution. Now you have most of the country really is made up of foreigners, and they perform some type of labor or task in Dubai. You have men that are brought in from the Philippines and different parts of Asia to work in Dubai with promises of having all this money. And when you make all this money after a year, you'll be able to send it back to your country. And then after you've been there for 5 years, you can retire and all this fabulous cash. But that is not the case. You have men that go to the different countries and promise these men all this wealth and say, well, you pay me X amount of dollars, you'll pay off your debt in about 6 months, and all the rest is all your money. But what these men find out is when they get to Dubai, they take their passports and they're paid a minuscule amount of money each month. Also, they're housed in these horrible buildings. These buildings are away from usually outside the city. They're dilapidated. A lot of men are crammed in one area. There have bed bugs and other rodents and rats in these areas. And you have maybe 80, 40, 50, 60, 80 men only using maybe about six or less cleaning facilities as far as the showering and bathing situation, which caused like a lot of course tension between the men because they're all housed and cramped in one area. Also, what you have in Dubai, very strict laws. There's strict laws against public affection. Also, the way you dress, as far as particularly a woman being scantily clad. You also have to be careful of your language. Now, foul language, you can be fined and arrested, as well as even aggressive gestures. If your gestures are deemed hostile or offensive, you also can be arrested in Dubai. Now, the one time that you're supposed to be allowed to be scantily clad is in the beach areas. But if you're on the beach, you immediately have to put the quote unquote proper clothing on. Now, the strange thing about the clothing rule is that you have nightclubs where women are scantily clad, and police don't say anything to them, as well as alcohol. Now, as far as you drinking alcohol, is pretty much secluded to different clubs or hotels, and you have to be, depending on the part of the country, you have to be either 18 years old or 21 years old. Now, when it comes to the prostitution in this country, you have IG models who are contacted in their DMs from these millionaires and billionaires and are asked if they pay them to come to Dubai, what will you charge to perform different sex acts and different things of depravity. You can make anywhere from $2,000 to $10,000 to $25,000 to have these men pretty much go to the bathroom on your face. Also, they have bestiality also in Dubai. These men will charge you, well, not charge you, but they'll pay you up to $40,000 if you perform oral sex on a camel. Yes, oral sex on a camel. Also, you have to really be leery of your celebrities, such as Ashanti, who frequents Dubai, and she supposedly, has this billionaire boyfriend, and allegedly she just goes over there to perform uh, music and does little mini concerts, and you can think what you want to think. Also, when it gets going back to prostitution, you have pimps that go to different parts of the world, as far as Asia, uh, Africa, Russia, America, all over Europe, and they charge women X amount of dollars to come into the country. Now, what they do is they get you into the country, they get you a visa for 30 days or more, and you can work at a nightclub and make money as a prostitute. Also you have these pimps and other men that also get men and women, boys and girls, to work at certain establishments, such as a hotel. They may work there around the clock. They're doing working as a clerk. They're doing a beer barkeep, as far as working at the bars and restaurants inside the hotel, getting your bag. They're cleaning rooms. But meanwhile, these same people, anytime, day or night, may be called on to perform sex acts, not only for the people that live there, but also foreigners that may fly into the country. They're getting them to work. As beautiful as Dubai is, it's a very beautiful city. It has beautiful buildings. The people drive fabulous cars. They wear beautiful clothes. The nightclubs are fabulous. But at the same time, you being a man or woman have to be careful when you travel to any foreign country. And also, when it comes to Dubai, as far as rules and regulations, that's what you need to really be careful of any country, because every country has different rules as far as the way you dress, the way you even eat your food. And there's certain Islamic countries or even African countries where they have a plate of food that's out there, food's out there for everyone, and you pick up food and different things. You may use a utensil and put on your plate, but then you may eat with your hands. Now, certain countries you cannot eat with your left hand, because certain countries, depending on where you are, you eat with your right and you wipe with your left. There are people that have gotten offended by doing things they didn't know they weren't supposed to do in different lands, and Dubai is no exception to the rule. So that is the two-sided coin of Dubai. This is Omar Ortiz, and I am out.